Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? This is what we've been building towards for a long time now. We've been working towards months and months and months. The qualifiers are coming, but we have the perfect dress rehearsal before that, and that is none other than the 2021 CONCACAF Gold Cup. Hello viewers, I'm Simon Preston and welcome to Reggae Boyz commentary. Thank you so much for watching another video on this channel. This is the video. This is the match preview for Jamaica against Suriname. Jamaica's first game in the 2021 edition of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. What has Jamaica's record been like in the opening group stage games of a Gold Cup? Well, in recent times, you could say that it has been positive. 2019, we opened with a 3-2 victory over Honduras. 2017, we opened with a 2-0 victory over Curacao. 2015, we drew 2-2 with Costa Rica. 2011, because we didn't qualify 2013. 2011, we thumped Grenada 4-0. And 2009, the last time that Jamaica lost their opening match of a CONCACAF Gold Cup, we fell 1-0 to Canada. 2007, we didn't qualify. 2005, we defeated Guatemala 4-3. 2003, we lost 1-0 to Colombia. 2002, we didn't qualify. 2000, we lost our opening game to Colombia. 1998, we drew 0-0 with Brazil in our opening game. 1996, we didn't qualify. 1993, we lost our opening game, and we did the same in 1991 as well. So, since the 2011 edition of the Gold Cup, Jamaica has won or drawn all of its opening games. So we have recent history on our side in terms of our form, our results against teams in our opening game of the Gold Cup. So that can give us a little bit of confidence. But what is our record specifically against Suriname? How do we stand against them? Well, in terms of official matches, that we've played against, and we've lost 2. We've won 4 and we've lost 2. The 2 encounters that we lost were against Suriname 5-3 in 1966 and 3-1 to Suriname in 1996. So the last time we lost to Suriname was 25 years ago. What were the other results like? Well, many people will see our victory against Suriname as our passage towards France in 1998. Why? Because it was the genesis of our campaign in 1996. Theodore Tappa Whitmore going to Paramaribo and scoring. Jamaica defeats in Suriname 1-0, coming back to the National Stadium, beating them 1-0 there as well. And in terms of the other results, we took them on 2 more occasions. I had the privilege of being in the National Stadium alongside my mother and my cousin, 2016, when we booked our qualification to the 2017 edition of the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Now, many of you will remember that was the year Reggae Boyz commentary was born. Yeah. 2016, we took on Suriname at the office, and we defeated them 1-0. Courtesy of a goal from Corey Burke. You all know Corey Burke, don't you? Corey Burke, centre forward, doing great things in Major League Soccer, scoring some brilliant goals as well. The type of individual that everybody needs in their team. And the last time that we played Suriname was at the Montego Bay Sports Complex in 2018, where we defeated Suriname by 2-1. That was in you could say, the preliminaries of the Nations League, not the Nations League proper, before you have League A, League B, League etc. So let's learn a little bit about Suriname, shall we? For many of you that might not know, Suriname, this is their first Gold Cup appearance. And that is bizarre to process, isn't it? Because this is a team with a with pedigree. Although they have not shown it in the Caribbean and in CONCACAF, it was recent where Suriname was able to pass the constitution to allow dual citizenship. And what that means now is that the gate has been flown for Dutch-born players to represent Suriname. I'm telling you guys, the Dutch are coming. Curacao, Suriname, Aruba, eventually Bonaire. They're coming. Trust me, they're coming. Suriname are led by Dean Gore, and many of you would know Dean from his time at Feyenoord, Ajax. Also had some time at Huddersfield Town as well, at Blackpool and Barnsley in England. Dean is highly rated. I spoke to Jason Roberts about him. I spoke to Darren Moore as well when I went to England, and this is a man that knows exactly what he's doing. He before he became a manager or head coach, he was a scout, so he's been working assiduously behind the scenes to ensure that the system and everything comes together. And let me tell you something, this guy he eats, sleeps, and breathes Jamaica. For the past 6 months, that's all he's been doing, watching Jamaican players all across the globe. So he's going to be prepared for what we have to come. He's going to be prepared for us. Suriname has 6 players in their squad that currently ply their trade in the Netherlands, both the Eredivisie and the second tier of Dutch football. And another 7 players apply their trade across Europe as well. Some plying their trade at Galatasaray, some plying their trade over in Germany at Union Berlin, some in Israel as well. So they have caliber players. They have individuals that have an impact. Geraldo Becker at Union Berlin. And you're talking about Ryan Dunk, the captain at Galatasaray at 35 years of age. And my player to watch for this Surinamese team actually is a defender. He's a right back. And he goes by the name of Sean Kleber. Sean Kleber, the one to watch for Suriname, not only in this game, but in this tournament. He's a right back that has come along quite well, started out at Utrecht, and he was even in the Ajax Youth Academy, but recently rejoined Ajax in 2020. Played for the Netherlands at under 20 and under 21 level. 26 years of age, born in the Netherlands to Surinamese parents. Won the Eredivisie. And for me, a player to keep an eye on. Sean Kleber, Ryan Dunk as well. I'm telling you guys, we cannot afford to take Suriname lightly. We can't. Suriname is a team that will, when you take your foot off the pedal, take your foot off the gas, they'll find that gap and capitalize on it. And that's exactly what they have been doing in 2021 so far throughout the course of World Cup qualifying. They played 4 games. They've won 3 and lost 1. They defeated the Cayman Islands 3-0. They defeated Aruba 6-0. They defeated Bermuda 6-0. And they lost to Canada 4-0 in the United States because Canada couldn't host World Cup qualifiers in the preliminary round. So up next, Jamaica, and then Costa Rica, and then Guadeloupe. I predicted them to get 4 points from this group, but none against Jamaica. So how should the Jamaicans line up? How have I lined up the Jamaicans? Well, let's have a look, shall we? Let's see what I went with. Who will be the Jamaican player to keep an eye on? Let me add, before I shared my screen, that we have been toying with a 4-4-2 formation in training as well. So we've experimented, well, not experimented, but we've practiced the 3-4-3, the 4-3-3, and the 4-4-2 in training. But Friday's sessions were genuinely and generally focused towards the 4-4-2. But that's not the system I've gone with for our opening encounter against Suriname. So, on your screen, the starting 11 for the Reggae Boyz. In goal, I've gone with Andre Blake. Andre Blake, he was part of the squad in 2015, 2017, 2019, now 2021. Andre Blake gets the nod, our captain, our leader. He's the man between the sticks. Central defense, I've gone with Adrian Mariappa and Liam Moore. Mariappa, his second Gold Cup appearance and his first since 2015. Liam Moore, his first Gold Cup appearance. Alvas Powell, right back. Kimar Taxi Lawrence, left back. That completes the back four. Generally speaking, I do expect Alvas to be a little bit higher, but we'll get to that quite shortly. Defensive midfielder, I've gone with Damien Lowe. Just in front of Damien Lowe, will operate sort of like a box-to-box, but not necessarily a box-to-box, but more aid in the distribution towards the front four is Daniel Johnson. We're still mesmerized about his performances against Saudi Arabia in November last year, and we just can't wait to see that left foot again in action. In front of Daniel Johnson, I've gone with Tyreek McGee, the man who I expect to add that spark, that guile, that creativity, that vision towards the front three. Ravel Morrison hasn't arrived in the United States as yet, but he should be available for selection for a game against Guadeloupe. The front three, I've gone with Bobby Reid, I've gone with Leon Bailey, and I've gone with Corey Burke. Now, I spoke about this in a previous video about why did I go with Corey Burke over Shamar Nicholson. You all know Shamar Nicholson, Boza are my dupes. Boza are good youths. And if he does what he's doing in Belgium for another year, I have no doubt in my mind that Germany will come calling for him, or even England. Now, Shamar hasn't played a football match since around late April, early May. Corey Burke is in familiar conditions in the United States. He's been doing absolutely brilliantly in MLS. And if you look at the quality of the goals that he has been scoring of late, he's had to be grinding them out. Not tap-ins, but the quality of the goals that he's scoring to work hard for possession, to put himself in some dangerous positions. That's exactly why I've gone with Corey Burke to lead the line for us. Dan Bailey can have that opportunity to cut in on his left foot and whip it in on Corey Burke's head. Bobby Reid can cut in on his right foot and find Corey Burke. Bobby Reid can even come centrally as well, as Leon Bailey strings through a pass here. What about other positions? What sort of movements can we expect from them? Well, McGee, generally speaking, will be a bit higher, perhaps in the region of here, thereabouts. Daniel Johnson, I expect him a little bit higher up the park, although we saw him a little bit deeper against Saudi Arabia. I expect him to get that freedom he deserves. I'm sure he's probably saying, release the shackles, release the shackles. If we get any penalties, this is the guy that I want to take the penalties, Daniel Johnson. Cool as a cucumber from the spot. Alvas Powell will be bombing forward. Expect him at times to not only overlap, but underlap as well. Not a lot of our individuals really underlap, but Alvas has that ability. And we saw that at the last Gold Cup as well, where he underlapped, found Deva Orgil, and Orgil put the ball in the back of the net. Taxi, while he has the ability to go forward, and we saw that goal quite recently against New England Revolution, I don't expect him to be as high as Alvas. On the right-hand side, Suriname has a lot of strengths. And generally speaking, I expect him to occupy a position of just on the center circle or just behind it. Suriname are no pushovers. Damien Lowe, yes, again, I think he auditioned quite well in central defensive midfield against Serbia, and I expect him to hold his position for this encounter. But I still believe that there are matches in the tournament where he's going to come at centre half, and it would mean that Liam Moore would be that defensive midfielder. I didn't predict it for the Suriname game, but I do expect it to happen at some point in the tournament. Absolutely. So, again, Andre Blake, Adrian Mariappa, Liam Moore, Damien Lowe, Kimar Taxi Lawrence, Alvas Powell, Daniel Johnson, Tyreek McGee, Corey Burke, Bobby Reid, and Leon Bailey. Baller. So, we have Andre De Gea in net. Adrian the Boss Mariappa alongside Nigel de Jong, Liam Moore. Head of State, Damien Lowe. Kimar Taxi Lawrence. Alvas Powell, I'm yet to find out a nickname for him. Daniel Johnson, DJ Rasta. Tyreek McGee. Javi Hernandez. No, sorry. David Silva. Leon Bailey Bala. Dexter Daps. And Scory Burke. And that is how we do it, my friends. My prediction for the game. Honestly, I don't think there's going to be a lot of goals. I don't think it's going to be a blowout 6-0, 8-0. Nothing like that at all. Unless Suriname go to sleep. I'm going to go with a sturdy, conservative, pragmatic 1-0 victory for the Reggae Boyz. Reggae Boyz fans, how do you feel? What is your prediction for the game? What is your scoreline? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Your prediction, Jamaica against Suriname. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary. Come on, Reggae Boyz. Let it trend, because in England, it's coming home, and in Jamaica, it's a forward a yard. Let it trend. It's a forward a yard. All right, guys? Remember? It's a forward a yard. It's a forward a yard. It's a forward a yard. Okay? Time to get that trophy, man.